On a recent episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, Kelly Ripa's audience told her that she makes people laugh on her ABC morning talk program. She admitted to Mark Consuelos, her husband and co-host, that she finds Christmas to be extremely draining, so she came up with a solution. Real-time Kelly Ripa embraces the Christmas spirit. The mother of Michael, Boquin, and Lola Consuelos shares lovely pictures of her Christmas tree every year. Fans wish she could adorn their tree when she unveiled a breathtaking light show this year. Note that some people believe the decorations were already up and that it might have been store-bought. Others, however, believe that the ABC host did it herself. Although Kelly Ripa seemed to enjoy the thought of Christmas, she eventually grows weary. Remember that she has to get up really early in order to get to the studios. She probably finds it difficult because she is not a morning person. Maybe that's why she brings about retirement so frequently. She discussed this week how the responsibilities of the holiday season made her feel exhausted. Notably, she feels understood by others. Live with Mark and Kelly unveils Mark's spouse is worn out. According to The Sun, the couple started to chuckle when the topic of wrapping Christmas presents came up. During the holiday season, Kelly Ripa admitted to her husband and co-host Mark Consuelos that she is tired. Someone on TikTok had the right idea, the ABC star said. She gave an explanation of her need for a hotel room. On TikTok, a woman is organizing her third yearly wrapping weekend. In order to wrap her presents in quiet, she reserves a hotel room for 2 nights. She enjoys it so much that Kelly wants to follow suit. Mark Consuelos made no protests. He even mentioned reserving a place for her for a week. She lamented being hunched over, hiding in a corner or under a desk or in a closet, or explaining to you why there's glitter everywhere before making her statement. Real-time, it's not just Kelly Ripa who gets weary during Christmas. Numerous blogs and articles about mental health have discussed the fatigue that comes with all of the Christmas preparations throughout the years. CNN published a piece in 2021 that offered advice on how to prevent fatigue. This is because the period leading up to Thanksgiving is extremely busy, with little respite until after the year ends. You can read it by clicking this link. Do you believe Kelly Ripa's request for a hotel room to wrap her Christmas presents is appropriate? Do you also think that the holiday season may be really draining? Would you use the opportunity to wrap the presents in a hotel room if you could afford it? Comment below with your opinions and return here for all of Live with Kelly and Mark's news. The studio lights of Live with Kelly and Mark gleamed brighter than usual on Thursday morning, but fans couldn't help but notice something unusual. Kelly Ripa was quiet, not her usual fast-talking, witty, full of energy self. For longtime viewers, it was almost jarring to see the queen of morning television subdued, sipping coffee with more purpose than enthusiasm. Mark Consuelos, ever the observant husband, picked up on it right away, and what he revealed on air had fans both laughing and concerned. "Listen," Mark began, glancing at his co-host and wife of nearly 3 decades. "Kelly's tired, okay? Like, really tired. She told me this morning she's running on fumes, and maybe caffeine and mascara." The audience burst into laughter, but Kelly simply smirked, shaking her head with mock annoyance. "You weren't supposed to say that," she said, pointing at him playfully. "I told you in confidence before the show." Mark, with his signature grin, shrugged innocently. "Hey, I think America deserves to know. We're all a little tired, but you're operating on a level that's basically superhero exhaustion." A morning that began in chaos. Kelly then admitted that her morning had started off in pure chaos, something every parent could relate to. "I woke up late," she confessed. "I couldn't find my phone, the dog got into the laundry basket, and somehow one of my kids, who doesn't even live with us anymore, FaceTimed at 6:45 a.m. asking if we still have their high school yearbook." Mark jumped in, laughing. "That's my favorite part. She's running around in her robe, hair all over the place, yelling at the dog, and she still answers the FaceTime like she's on camera. Perfect lighting, perfect smile." Kelly feigned offense. "That's called professionalism, Mark." I'm always camera ready, even when I'm falling apart inside. The audience roared, but there was a realness beneath the humor. For years, fans have marveled at Kelly's boundless energy, the way she juggles life, family, and countless other projects while never missing a beat. But today, for once, the mask of morning TV perfection slipped, and people found it refreshingly human. Even Kelly Ripa gets tired. Mark leaned in, his voice softening. You know, it's funny. People think Kelly's this energizer bunny who never slows down. But even Kelly Ripa gets tired. And honestly, she deserves to be. That single line hit differently. The crowd responded with sympathetic applause, while Kelly gave him a look. Part gratitude, part embarrassment. I appreciate the sentiment, she replied. But I also want to remind everyone, I'm not quitting. I'm just fatigued. Mark chuckled. That's what she says now. But give her a nap and she'll be hosting another show by tomorrow afternoon. Kelly laughed, nodding in agreement. He's not wrong. I'll rest when I'm dead, or maybe during commercial breaks. The demands of Live the couple then opened up about what their mornings actually look like before they appear so effortlessly polished on TV. People think we roll out of bed, glide into the studio, and start chatting, Kelly said. But in reality, it's a marathon. Hair, makeup, wardrobe, meetings, scripts, last-minute news changes. And then we have to come out here and be happy. Some mornings, I'm like, do I even remember my own name? Mark nodded, adding, we wake up before sunrise, and sometimes we're talking about things like holiday specials or funny celebrity interviews while we're still half asleep. The irony is, the show that's supposed to wake America up has two very sleepy hosts. The honesty was endearing. Fans online later flooded social media with comments like, Kelly is all of us today, just tired but still showing up. And Mark's such a supportive husband for saying what we're all thinking. A love built on humor and honesty. As the show continued, the couple's chemistry, even through fatigue, was undeniable. When a segment featuring a cooking demo began, Kelly tried to whisk pancake batter, but her movements were slow and exaggerated. Mark teased, "You're whisking like you're underwater." Without missing a beat, Kelly replied, "That's because I'm dreaming about being in a spa right now, preferably one that serves pancakes in bed." Their banter was effortless, natural, and very real. It reminded everyone that behind the glossy television smiles are two people who truly know each other, and who can laugh even when one of them is clearly running on empty. Later, Mark revealed that the couple's exhaustion wasn't just from their early morning jobs. "We had a family dinner last night that somehow turned into a 3-hour karaoke session," he admitted. Kelly was performing like she was on American Idol, and I think that drained her final ounce of energy. Kelly laughed so hard she nearly spilled her coffee. "You're not wrong. I peaked at Don't Stop Believin' and should have stopped there." Fans sent love after the show aired. Fans took to social media to shower Kelly with affection. Many praised her honesty and Mark's protective tone. One fan wrote, "Kelly deserves a week off. She's been entertaining us nonstop. Even superheroes need rest." Another added, "Mark is such a supportive husband. He can tell he adores her, even when she's exhausted." The hashtag Let Kelly Nap even began trending briefly among fans who found humor in her relatable fatigue. The truth behind the tiredness. By the end of the episode, Kelly admitted the real reason she'd been feeling especially drained. The couple had been planning something big behind the scenes. "We've been working on a new special project," she teased, her eyes lighting up for the first time that morning. "Something that means a lot to us both. It's exciting, but yes, it's also been keeping me up at night." Mark grinned. Translation: "We haven't slept in a week." While they didn't reveal the full details, Kelly promised fans that the secret project would be announced soon, and that she'd catch up on her rest right after that. A rare, real moment in a world where celebrities often seem untouchable. Kelly's candid moment struck a chord. Watching her admit exhaustion, tease her husband, and laugh through it all reminded fans why she remains one of television's most beloved hosts. As the credits rolled, Mark turned to her and said softly, "You're doing amazing, even tired." Kelly smiled, squeezing his hand. "That's because I got you next to me, and a double espresso waiting backstage." The audience cheered, and the pair signed off with their usual charm, but the sentiment lingered that even the brightest stars sometimes need a break, a laugh, and a loving reminder that it's okay to slow down. Because on Live, where everything happens in real time, authenticity is the one thing you can't fake. And that morning, Mark and Kelly proved that being human is exactly what keeps them shining.